In this video, we're going to have a fuel economy challenge. We'll also see how far we can go on one tank. We also want to give some tips and tricks, whether you drive an automatic or a manual, on how to get good fuel economy. We are on our way down to Vancouver, and we'll take you guys along for the trip. My name is Ethan, this is my brother Joshua, and welcome to Car Creations. Apparently this time of night there's a lot of stuff out because all the dogs are barking. By this time of night I mean 4:14. We should have left 14 minutes ago. Some alarms didn't go off, but anyhow, I cleaned her all up nicely last night, and yeah, we're ready. Let's go. You should always start at 4:30.
It starts like that, but they start at 4:30 or 6:30 or 10:30.
You don't have to wake up early to get that?
Normally out for the 10:30.
Let's go. Okay, so all the options here. So back when I had my Golf, I would have used one of those there. Best fuel economy, you want to go for a higher octane level. So 91. Sometimes Shells have 94. Otherwise, you want to go really, really good. You have an even better car. You want to go for 94. Watch the dollars tick away. Nice thing about Shell is that they don't put ethanol in their fuel, so you don't get water, and it burns a lot better. It will cost less for me to fill up my car. Oh, darn it. I lost the game. Huh. How much did you take? Oh, it's exactly $10 more than me. Not surprised. Okay, so what I want to do is... Oh wow, that's really loud. Okay, trucks everywhere. Okay, so divide my kilometers gone, 361.7, divided by liters entered, so 37.21. 37.21 was that times 2.82, I believe. 27. Nice. So what did your car say you got? 23. It lied. 23. So the car's lying. Yeah, it says I'm averaging 23. Every time you do a fill up, reset your kilometers on your odometer. All right. McDonald's? Yeah, let's go get the coffee. Okay, see you there. Yep. So good. Large cappuccino. Okay, so what are some good gas saving tips that you might want to know? Save you money at the pump. You might find that these seem like just common sense, and everybody knows that, but you know, as I'm sure we've all found, common sense ain't necessarily so common, is it? Okay, so the first one is you need to keep your foot out of it. You don't want to be every single acceleration at every stoplight. You don't want to be doing your racing from stoplight to stoplight. I mean, there's a time and a place for that if you're not worried about gas mileage, but if you are, keep it light. Here's another thing that you might want to know if you're looking to pinch some pennies in the gas department there. Again, it might seem like common sense, But you want to not do what this guy's doing here. Wait for it. You want to keep your speeds down. Higher speeds mean more wind resistance on your vehicle as well as higher RPMs, and all of that together means that gas mileage. Although, remember that the high speeds of the highway won't necessarily be as bad as all the stopping and starting in town. But still, doing 130, 140 all the time on the highway isn't going to be amazing for your fuel mileage. So, here's my hypothesis about Ethan's and my car. Ethan's car has smaller engine. It's only 2 liter, not a 3 liter, and it's only have 4 cylinders instead of 6. So less gas, maybe he'll get a lot better fuel mileage. But again, we're doing this test to find that out. Another thing, he has 1 less person in his car, including me. There's 3 people in my car, and Ethan's car there's only 2 people, including him. Another difference between our 2 cars is that his is front-wheel drive while mine is all-wheel drive. So that means that there's a lot more rolling resistance and drivetrain loss going on because I've got all 4 wheels and there's different things going on everywhere, right? So his is just the 2 front wheels turning, whereas mine is all 4. Here's an advantage that I have though. My car has 8 gears, Ethan's only has 6. So when cruising on the highway, I'll be in my top gear with a lot lower RPMs, going 95. I'm like 1600 RPM, whereas his going 95, he's probably, I'm thinking 2100 from what I remember from driving that and from driving my Mini as well. Which, lower RPMs again, better fuel mileage. You getting them bugs? Nasty bugs. All right, so what do we get here? 28.85. Okay, so we're gonna work out mine first. Calculator, okay, what you got? So, what number do you need first?
Kilometers.
Okay, so 285. Just do that, yeah.
Okay.
And then how much we got there was 28.85.
Times 0.82. So you got 27.8.
27.8. Okay, I'm gonna quickly check my car.
Let's
See what my car says I got. All right, so let's see here.
There we go. So my car was exactly right.
How's it looking?
Yeah, so I got exactly what it's saying I'm getting.
28.7?
Yeah.
27.8?
Yeah, so
Like one
exactly
out?
right. Yeah, exactly.
Which is really good. Okay,
Yeah.
let's check mine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm first
We
gonna
have to meet a
start-
ferry, so we have to hurry up.
Yeah. 256.1 divided by 22.374. Oh. 32. Oh, you got even better than me.
I got better than you.
Oh, you have 2 extra gears.
Yeah.
I see, because so when
And
I'm
it's
going
like
fast, I have to rev really high. Okay, we have to go catch a ferry. Vancouver Island, here we go.
Let's go.
Another thing that's important to remember, and this may not apply to all vehicles, but if you have a vehicle that has different modes, driving modes, such mine does, it's got Sport Plus, it's got Sport, Comfort, and Eco, you want to keep it in one of the 2 comfort modes, either Eco or Comfort. I don't tend to use Eco a lot, just because it can be a little bit annoying. With the delayed acceleration, you press the pedal down, it takes a little bit. It's just absolutely gutless. A Prius would probably beat you off the line. You know, again, that's up to you. You can also enable or disable the stop-start feature. So every time you stop at a light and put your foot on the brake, you're stopped. The engine will shut off and then start up again. Take half a second and you keep going again. That is good for fuel economy, but again, you might find that annoying. To change gears at low RPMs. So for example here, I'm changing the gear at around 1500 RPM. So you just want to be just barely chugging along. And then you want to pick routes that have little hills. You want to make sure that you don't go too fast. So for in this car, I want to try to stay around 80 miles per hour. So obviously you can go a lot higher, but then you run into the problem where your 6th gear is starting to rev higher and higher. So for example, on the way down here on the Coquihalla, we were traveling at a lot higher speeds, over 100 kilometers an hour, and it caused my car to suffer quite a bit in fuel economy. Normally around town and along back roads, I'll make 30 to 35 miles per gallon, whereas when I was on the highway going flat out for, how long was it? Probably about 6 hours, I wasn't doing much better than 27. Sometimes driving on a highway will make you get worse fuel mileage. However, for Joshua, he had 8 gears, so it was much easier for him to get a better fuel economy. So I'll give you an example here of speeding up in green mode. So slow. And in a Mini you can break out of green mode. So like if I pop down a gear, if I had to pass someone, you can do it, but then once again, there goes all your fuel economy. Also make sure that you look ahead, so if you see a light turning red, that you just slowly slow down to it. Don't go right up to it and slam on your brakes. And that goes for cars too. Just trail back a little bit and make sure you have a little bit of room. Look far ahead, see there's a pedestrian crossing, I just want to slow down, getting ready. Oh, there's a red light, so I'm slowing down anyways. And one of the tricks that they tell you is you want to make it so that when the passenger closes their eyes, they don't feel you slowing down or speeding up. Which, in this car, which is really bumpy and sporty and stuff, that's kind of hard to do. But in most other cars, you could probably do that pretty easily. So a very important thing that made me get my car is that it's a over 300 horsepower sports car, but it still gets over 30 miles per gallon. Or miles per gallon, actually. That's actually more important, but still. That's amazing. That's about what my little Mini got back in the day. So we didn't have the opportunity to end our video, so I'm on the way back now from our trip. I'm just waiting in line for the ferry, and I figured now is a good time to end it. As you can see, I didn't have quite enough sun sauce on, so I definitely got some burning. Very nice. Anyways, it was an awesome trip. As we kind of saw, Ethan's car did a lot better job calculating its fuel mileage than mine did in his fuel consumption. Mine was like 5 miles per gallon off, and his was like 1. So if you have the Mini, you're good to go. You just look at the fuel mileage and you're awesome. There you are. You don't have to do any calculating. But if you do have this car, I don't know about other BMWs, but if you do have this one, probably best to figure out how to do the hand calculations yourself. So Ethan's car, as we saw, was definitely, because it was a 6-speed manual, was not quite as good as the 8-speed, just for highway driving, just cruising. But hey, in town, maybe it'll be a different story for fuel consumption. Hopefully you all learned something about saving fuel and some of the differences between an automatic and a manual car, and the number of gears, how that really makes a difference, as we saw. Please leave a thumbs up, like it, and subscribe for plenty more exciting content to come. And I'd better go. Looks like we're boarding for the ferry soon. See you later. I have 8 gears. 8. Don't let go of the wheel when you're driving. 5. Do it in binary. What's binary?